is really good quality, like the sound and everything is really good, and you just kind of, I like that you get to watch and listen to different people all on the same channel. Yeah, it's just like a fun time each video. So yeah, go check them out. Their link is in the description below. Right, let's get on with this. What I have done is pick a number of my favourite films, but I have to say they're not like my ultimate favourite. I've tried to do different categories, so I've gone for films in various categories that I really enjoy. There are so many films that I like, so I can't say these are my absolute all-time favourite, but they are in my favourites, so I am cheating a little bit, maybe. But first up is, I guess, from the category family, kids. For me, it doesn't get much better than this. Paddington 1 and Paddington 2. A lot of this actually rated better, Paddington 2. What I like is the character. I just think in these films they got the character, for me, down so well. I love everything. I love the voice. I love the CGI. I love the sounds, the little grunts of the bear. I just absolutely love Paddington in these films. I'm going to be doing letter tracing as well, if I can see. Paddington. I've got about 20 films here, so I need to kind of go through relatively quickly, so I won't be talking in massive detail about each of them, but maybe I could pick a few for a video at a later date, and talk more in depth. So yeah, first one's up. Paddington. And Paddington 2. Like I said, this one was rated higher, and I'm a big fan of Paul King after these, I have to say, and I will be going to see Wonka purely because actually it was Paul King, the director of these, that did it. And they come in these lovely sleeves, really nice Blu-rays actually. It's so annoying that the light reflects so much on those pops. Okay, next up is a box set, but I'm going to be strict, and I'm going to say the first one. This is a box set of only the first 4. I've got the others on individual this came out. But yeah, I've gone for Ratatouille. I'm trying really hard here. Disney Pixar Ratatouille. Which, I don't know what it is about this film, this animation in particular. I just adore it. Like, I've never had a rat as a pet or anything. Though I do have a Daegu, which, if you've watched a lot of my videos, you might know. But yeah, it's about this guy here, Remy, who, see, I'm going to start talking about it because I love it, but basically he wants to be a chef. I find the story really fun and sweet, and yeah, I just love it as an animation. My other animation, because I've got a lot, but I kind of just had to grab two really, is Brave. I actually have Merida, the main character. Look at that amazing hair. I actually have her as a pop. And Brave, another Pixar one. Pixar have done some great films. I found some of the more recent ones a little hit and miss, but I feel like they'll get back on form. I like that they're kind of happy to be experimental, and a lot of the recent films are kind of, I feel, been focused, or like the storyline has come from I don't know if it's like the writer or the director, but something in their life. But yeah, anyway, this Brave is a brilliant film with some great music in it. Scottish accents, brilliant. It's what's the name? I'm so bad with the names, but I really like the actress who voices Merida. What's her name? Why is it not on here? I don't know why I'm so bad with names. But yeah, again, one of my faves. Okay, next up we've got a thriller. I've picked this one because basically a lot of the ones I wanted to pick as well were digital, so I wanted to make sure I had a physical copy. So I've gone for The Firm with Tom Cruise again. But what I would say is I like a lot of these types of films, so I'm not saying this is my favourite in this genre. It's just this type of film I really enjoy, and I think this is a really good film. I haven't watched it in a while. I was looking at rewatching it actually. is from the sci-fi genre, and I I have like the whole series digitally. For some reason I've got this one. I guess it's because it's separate from the thing. So I wanted to show a physical copy of something, but my film is Alien. It's the first one, so it's not Aliens vs Predators or anything. One of my favourite films of this genre is Alien. One of my favourite characters is Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver. I just think Ripley is such a, I don't know, she's just awesome. And Aliens, we can do this, even though it's not this film. We can still trace it. But yeah, I just think I love the whole Alien franchise, but the first one, Alien, it's one of my favourites. And I've watched it a lot of times. It's not one I would rewatch all the time, but I've watched it loads of times. Another one that's kind of, thriller, I should have put this with the others, is a classic. I feel like I had to show this because it is a classic. I do really like, well, you can't see it, but it's Silence of the Lambs. I actually always thought it was Silence of the Lambs, not The Silence. I really like Jodie Foster. And I think this is a classic in this genre. Like, I felt like I had to show it. I haven't watched this one in a while, actually. I could watch this again. I'm sure there's something about this one. I'm sure I've watched a behind the scenes thing where to create the kind of atmosphere and get into the character and everything, Anthony Hopkins didn't speak to Jodie Foster. He only spoke during their scenes. I don't know if that's true, but the next lot are, there's a couple of comedies, and then there's like a sci-fi comedy. Maybe I'll do that one because no, I'll stick with these. Okay, so that's a siren. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, so these are a couple of comedies. I love, I'm sure you'll know this as well if you've watched a lot of my videos, I love kind of 80s comedies, and I love a lot of Tom Hanks 80s films, and I was wondering about whether to put the Money Pit in here, but I haven't, but that's another one that I really like. But I really like Goldie Hawn. Steve Martin I really like as well. But I'm a big Goldie Hawn fan for some reason. And House Sitter is one that I can watch again and again and again. It is a really easy, really relaxing comedy. I don't know what year it was. Early 90s I think this one was. I don't think this was an 80s, but kind of still has that. Well, I guess it does feel like early 90s. But yeah, look at Steve Martin's face. I guess these are kind of comforting, these ones. And this is a rom-com. I'm a massive Sandra Bullock fan. I absolutely love Sandra Bullock, and I actually watched While You Were Sleeping the other day for like, I don't know, the millionth time. I don't know which one to pick of her film, but I picked this one out because I have this physical copy, and I love Ryan Reynolds as well. So I picked out The Proposal. It's just one of my favourites of this kind of film with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds because I love them both. I watched Ryan Reynolds when he did that TV series Two Guys and a Girl, and it's amazing like how far he's come. But yeah, I'm just a massive Sandra Bullock fan. I just love first time I watched it, I enjoyed it, but I've watched it so many times now, and I don't know what it is. But I've just grown to absolutely love it. It's just got some brilliant moments. It's got so many people in it. So obviously Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Jason Bateman, Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader, Sigourney Weaver. Those are really funny. If you've not seen Paul and you've seen Alien, then watch Paul because it's funny bit. And then watched The Old Miracle on 34th Street the other day. I love so many Christmas films, but one I wanted to mention, because I rewatched it, was The Family Stone, because the family dynamics in it, like some of the family scenes, I think are so good. I feel like it was a bit underrated, because they feel so natural and realistic, and there's so many awkward moments. I thought, and it's got so many people in it that, you know, are really good, that I thought it deserved a mention. Family Stone. So yeah, it is a comedy, Christmas film comedy. There is a bit of a sadness to it, but I really, really enjoy it. I mean, there's so many I haven't mentioned. Some of my, I haven't really, well, I've got Silence of the Lambs, like I haven't had too many horrors, but I haven't, a lot of them I've got digitally now, so I really like A Quiet Place. Like, those films are great. Babadook is one of my, I love that film. I don't have it. I would actually like to get it. It's kind of an unusual one, I guess, but, and things like Guardians of the Galaxy are some of my favourite of that kind of genre, but again, I've got them all digitally, so Planes and Trains I think I have on DVD, but I've mentioned that before, so I didn't pick that one. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I don't know, there's just so many, it was so hard, but I want to say a massive thank you to Dakota and Friends ASMR for asking for this collab, and such a brilliant topic, because I could go on and on and on, and I've probably gone on way longer than I should have in this video. But I'm just so passionate about films. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I will drop Dakota and Friends ASMR, their link in the description below, so please do check them out. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you did. I am creeping up to 2,000 subscribers. That's cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you all again very, very, very soon.
Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have a special one. If you're a movie lover, then you're in luck. Today, we have a collaboration with ASMR with Becks. ASMR with Becks, ASMR with Becks. I found her channel, I want to say a couple years ago, but she has a super soothing voice, and she does a lot of videos on movies, video games, and that sort of thing. But yeah, I asked her to do this collab, and I'm super happy that she was down for it. So we're going to be discussing some of our favorite films, and you're in for a treat. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. So for my first film, I chose the movie Stand By Me. Stand By Me was a movie I first seen on TV. When I was younger, it would always come on, and it was one of those feel-good films for me. I'm not the best at describing or explaining movies. Becks is really, really good at that, and she's really good at talking about them. So I'll just probably go off the back. But basically, it's about a group of friends that hear about a dead body, and they set off on this journey across some train tracks and a bunch of crazy stuff to find the dead body. It's about a whole lot more than that. I'll probably just read the back, but we got River Phoenix in there. Rest in peace. Corey Feldman's in it. Another amazing actor. I loved him in The Goonies. He was in Friday the 13th Final Chapter. But yeah, so for some ASMR, I guess I'll just read this. So it says, in a small woodsy Oregon town, a group of friends are in search of a missing teenager's body. It's really, really, really good. I just want to say I don't think my part is going to be nearly as long as Becks, but that's okay. I'll just fill the gaps with some tapping and stuff. Next film I have is Freddy vs. Jason. I know this may be a silly one, but if you're a horror fan, this was such a big movie to come out. I mean, Friday the 13th, big franchise, A Nightmare on Elm Street, another huge franchise, so the fact that, they combined them was just amazing to me as a kid. I remember renting this from Blockbuster on VHS. Yeah, this to me is a classic in the horror genre. It's very silly, it's very goofy, but it's really cool as well. So, another classic to me. Freddy there. And the other one should be Jason. Yeah, right there. Freddy Krueger is in hell, literally, and like an inmate with a life sentence, Freddy's been plotting a fantastic revenge. All he needs is a little help. In comes Jason Voorhees, the equally iconic madman, and perfect means for Freddy to once again instill fear on Elm Street. As the bodies begin to pile up, it becomes clear that Jason isn't willing to step aside. Now, with a terrified town in the middle, the two titans of terror enter into a horrifying and gruesome showdown. Winner kills all. Next, we have a lesser-known film, I'd like to think, but that is Juice. So Juice is, yet again, another movie I've seen on TV. Growing up, it was on BET. And this one has, obviously, Tupac Shakur. You can see there, Omar Epps. Who else? Yeah, this film to me has it all. You have I would like to think it's a hood classic. Basically, a story of a group of friends, and one of them has a big ego, and that turns out to be Tupac in this one. It takes place in New York, and to me, Tupac is just incredible in it. He plays Bishop, and his acting skills were so good, and a lot of people might not know that. They might just think of him as like, oh, Tupac, that's the rapper. But no, he was a great actor. I think so. But yeah, let's read the back. Raheem, Bishop, Steele, and Q. They're four Harlem friends who spend their days hanging out looking for a new way to get power and respect. They call juice. So that's what juice means, basically. Just you got the juice, power, and respect. Q hopes to earn it through an armed robbery, and he wants his crew to be with him. Basically, they're all friends. They're in school, and he plans an armed robbery, whereas one of the other friends just wants to win this DJ competition. It sounds so funny. I'm really bad at explaining it, but it's a really good film. This is one of those just like sort of go with the flow videos. I'm not going to do too much editing. But yeah, these are some of my favorites, so. Next to me is one that I wouldn't say necessarily scared me, but had me on the edge of my seat, and that is James Wan's Insidious. So, if you're into horror, you have to know what Insidious is. It's probably like one of the best horror movies to come out within the last, I'd say within the last 15 years. I mean, they ran the franchise as long as they could. I think it went on to the fourth one now. But this movie just has everything that I like in it. Let me just read the back. From the creator creators of Saw and Paranormal Activity, Insidious is the terrifying story of a family who shortly after moving discovered spirits that have possessed their home and their son. The son falls into a coma, trying to escape the haunting and save their son. They move again, only to discover that it's not the house that's haunted, it's their son. The demon that they have in here is so scary to me. Kind of looks like a Darth Maul looking thing, but yeah, I love this movie. It's definitely in my, I would say, in my top 10 for horror movies of all time. The next one might be the best movie out of all these ones, and that is Goodfellas. Goodfellas, 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 Goodfellas. This is the definition of a mob classic. You got Ray Liotta, you got Robert De Niro, you got Joe Pesci. The acting is just 10 out of 10, phenomenal, and the storyline is, classic mob movie. When you think of mob movies, you think of The Godfather, you think of A Bronx Tale, but to me, that this tops the list for mob movies. Goodfellas is just, what can you say about this? It's amazing. Martin Scorsese, come on. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna say too much about this, but just classic, 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 classic. Next is, I guess, a more personal one for me, but growing up, I loved to listen to Eminem, and when he came out with 8 Mile, or when I first even got the chance to watch it, to me, it was just one of those movies that I kept on replay, and, basically it's his story of how it was growing up in Detroit and him making it as a rapper from, having rap battles at the shelter and stuff like that. Who else is in this one? Mekhi Phifer. Yeah, this is one of those ones, if you're not really into Eminem, I don't think you would have watched it. Brittany Murphy, that's another one. Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. But I'd like to think this is a pretty cool one if you're into rap, and sort of similar to basically, 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying. I think Get Rich or Die Trying is a lot better than 8 Mile, but I still love 8 Mile. Notorious, good. Straight Outta Compton was another one. These all fell into the same category, right? The final rap battle scenes from this movie are just so cool to me. That is my list. I wish I could have chosen more movies and done as good of a job as Beck, but I'm happy that we were able to make this collab work. And if you have not heard of her channel, then please check her out. She has a very relaxing whisper, and she puts out some really good content. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.